heavens are telling the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pause for speech, and night to night declares not. Ladies and gentlemen, GBC is 86 years old, and I think that it is appropriate that, what do you know, being a prominent agenda in the whole enterprise of GBC, organizes a program in commemoration of this very crucial and critical event. Ladies and gentlemen, of the 86 years of the existence of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the What Do You Know crew has organized this very special program, ladies and gentlemen. And the contestants are special personalities in the What Do You Know setup. Very quickly, I shall invite these gentlemen to introduce themselves. The contestants will introduce themselves.
I'm George Manato, Litab Group, Accra.
Hamid Husseini, Community 1, Tema.
John Aouni, a native of Zobulga electoral area in the Fusga district of the Upper East region.
Antonio Yaguego, tutor, the Onstead Senior High School, Adenta.
These are the contestants for this very special enterprise. But I would want to ask you, what question do you expect in a competition of this nature? Radio is now such a familiar object that we take it for granted. You understand? This is the situation in the environment, the broadcasting environment. And yet, prior to the 1920s, radio was unheard of even in Europe. You understand? The establishment of radio on the west coast of Africa was due to the initiative and personal commitment of a certain individual. You understand? Now there's this proliferation of radio, you understand, in the broadcasting environment, and so on, people are taking it for granted. And radio is radio everywhere. Name this individual who took this initiative. George. The establishment of radio on the west coast of Africa. Who initiated this project?
Baron.
Baron? No. Amidu.
Arnold Hodson.
Arnold Hodson, sir. Sir Arnold Hodson. Now, but before it was renamed as the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation upon the achievement of Ghana's independence in 1957, GBC had a name. You know the name?
Station ZOY or
sorry?
Station ZOY or Radio ZOY.
Radio ZOY. Station ZOY. Station ZOY. But I don't think the alternative which you provided is equally correct. There was no Radio ZOY. Station, that is what it was a radio, right, fine, but it was known as Station ZOY. Now, John, you see, on what exact date was Station ZOY established by Sir Arnold Hodson and his team?
31st July 1935.
It was on 31st July 1935. But again, the broadcasting began in Ghana on 31st July 1935, as you have rightly indicated. But it was done from a wide relay station which was opened in Accra. Now, the brain behind the introduction of broadcasting into the country was the then governor of the Gold Coast, as you have already identified, Sir Arnold Hodson. This Sir Arnold Hodson, he had a nickname. How was Sir Arnold Hodson affectionately known?
Sunshine Governor.
Sunshine Governor. It was the Sunshine Governor. But according to Gregorian calendar, the Gregorian calendar, 31st July 1935 was the 212th day of the year. The 212th day of the year 1935. But what day of the week? Sometimes we need to identify the specific days. The day of the week, which was July 31st, 1935. What day? So you have 7 days. Venato.
Wednesday.
It was Wednesday. Applause, applause. It was Wednesday. Sir Arnold Hodgson had earlier experienced a wide radio distribution system somewhere. Now, why did Arnold Hodgson experiment a wired radio distribution system? Abidu.
Station ZOY.
No station ZOY. Listen, Sir Arnold Hodgson, he had earlier experienced a wired radio distribution system somewhere in the world. I think that you understand, this ought to be appropriately put. So where in the world did Arnold Hodgson experiment with a wired radio distribution system?
UK.
Oh, not UK. Yes. The name is not commonplace. So, Amidu, John, Awuni.
It was in the West Indies.
It was not in the West Indies. Yes, Gabriel.
Falkland Island.
It was in the Falkland Islands. It was in the Falkland Islands. How did you get to know that?
I read it.
Huh?
I read it.
You read. The Falkland Islands. Now listen, even though Sir Arnold Hodgson is celebrated as the man who established Station ZOY, he was immensely assisted by one British engineer in this landmark endeavor. Now, who was the engineer here?
Mr. F.A.W. Byron.
Be careful. The initial. Sorry. Again.
Engineer F.A.W. Byron.
Well, what do you think, George?
I go by that. F.A.W. Byron.
Ilamidu.
Exactly the same, sir.
Put your hands together. I think there was a slide model, in the initials. There was a slide model in the initials. Byron, engineer Byron, F.A. Byron. Now, Venato. Now, listen, the first on-air broadcast was in rediffusion boxes transmitted from its main station, which was referred to as Station ZOY. It was transmitted from a rediffusion box or boxes. Now, what was the first on-air broadcast which was made to a mass audience? You understand? From which venue was the first on-air broadcast made to a mass audience?
So, Ninth Road, opposite Reach Police Station.
Opposite where?
The Reach Police Station.
The where?
Reach Police Station.
Police Station.
In a bungalow.
In a certain bungalow.
Yes.
Close to where you lived. Or were you there?
Opposite the Reach Police Station.
Because I disagree. Yes, Middle.
Station ZOY.
No. It appears Station ZOY, they are preoccupied. The Station ZOY is doing this work anyway. But where was the venue? The venue for the broadcast? Of course, it was in Accra.
Ninth.
No, I think that you have gone over the bar here. Yes, when you John?
Yeah, so it was the 9th Road near Reach Police Station at exactly 17:45 hours.
Ridge Police Station.
Near Reach Police Station.
Near Ridge
Police Station. Number 9th Road near Reach Police Station.
But where is Ridge Police Station? Is there a Ridge Police Station?
Yes.
Is it? Yes, Yabero.
I think it's the Broadcasting House 1.
Where was Broadcasting House 1?
The 9th Road.
The people of Ghana need to know. People of the world need to learn. It was in Palladium in Accra. I think perhaps near the Methodist Church, maybe, you understand? That particular area, near the Methodist Church, that prominent Methodist Church. Palladium in Accra. Again, Benato, you see, it is a quotation I'm going to make. One of the main reasons for introducing the relay service is to bring news, entertainment, and music into the homes of all and sundry. This would bring to an end the barriers of isolation and ignorance in the path of progress, and also to enable the people of the Gold Coast to improve on their very rich cultural music. Who said this?
Sir Arnold Hodgson.
Sir Arnold Hodgson! Now, but can you tell us where exactly did Arnold Hodgson, you understand, make the statement?
He made this statement on the first day.
No. On what date?
On the radio station ZOY.
On station ZOY. Yes. It was made on station ZOY. It was made on air. You understand? It was transmitted on air. Now, broadcasting words with time and time segments. Now, at exactly what time did Arnold Hodgson make the statement on station ZOY?
Exactly 17 hours 45 minutes on that fateful day.
Exactly
17 hours 45 minutes.
So how will you
that is 5:45.
5:45, exactly. 17 hours 17:45 hours GMT. You understand? Around 5:45. Now for 3 points, Yagbero. At the outbreak of the Second World War in 1939, the British government began services in 4 Ghanaian languages. You understand? On radio. Can you identify exactly what these 4 languages were?
Ga, Fanti, Ewe, and Chi.
Correct! 3 points! I thought we were going to get Hausa or something, you know. Hausa should have found the place. Of course, Chi, Ella, Ga, and Fanti, and a round one.
It's Azamati winning the heat easily, 9.99, but you gotta wait.
GTV Sports Plus is the official broadcaster of the Tokyo Olympics. After 9 hours of uninterrupted live content every day, you can catch the highlights on the day's event at 6 p.m. on GTV Sports Plus.
And if you missed the highlights on GTV Sports Plus, no worries. Catch it on Lifestyle at 7 a.m., GTV at 9 a.m., Obonu TV at 10:30 a.m., GBC News at 12:30 p.m., Garden City TV at 5 p.m. Every day, we've got you all covered. GBC,
Your authentic and trusted voice
of Ghana.
Celebrate what you have become and become what you celebrate. These are the words of St. Augustine of Hippo. Come and join us celebrate our sanctification in the Holy Spirit.
Watch Catholic Digest every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. on GTV.
From September 1st, Ghana is going 100% paperless at the ports.
No, we are here for all of us our interests, not for any individual interest.
As for paperless, no dear. But we need more education.
Any situation which throws light is a good situation. Eye on Port is a perfect intervention.
Eye on Port is also adding to the growth of the countries going forward in development.
Eye on Port has come to upgrade and promote the industry.
Eye on Ports, showing this and every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on GTV. Eye on Ports, transparency in doing business and building nation. Proudly brought to you by
Once again in Diamond Diagnostic Center, we solve all your health problems. such as prostate problems, infertility, you've been married for so long and no fruit of the womb, low sperm count, stomach ulcer, fibroid, liver and kidney problems. If you have all these problems and more, do make a date with Dr. Marina on Health Solution. For deep medical science facts and home.
At the end of the first round of the competition, George Venator Letap Group Accra had 6 points. John Awuni, Zwaboga Electoral Area in the Pusiga District of the Upper East Region also had 6 points. Amidu Fuseini, Community 1 Tema, has 7 points. And in the lead as at now is Anthony Oyagbero Tutor, the Youngsters Senior High School, Adenta, Accra, with 10 points.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oyagbero in the lead in this very special 86th anniversary competition. And ladies and gentlemen, I must also indicate that in the studio we have very special audience. Jennifer Agbenega and friends. They have come all the way from Kwashima. Welcome, Jennifer Agbenega and her friends from Kwashima. Ladies and gentlemen, round 2, question 1. George, the new broadcasting service was codenamed Radio Z Station Z1. Now, it was manned by technicians and housed in a small bungalow on the 9th Road near the Ridge Police Station in Accra. You understand? And this is where the model came from. How many technicians initially manned the station? How many technical people? Presently, we have some technical people here in our business. I think that they have the cameras all over the place and so on.
There were 8.
There were 8. The faithful 8. There were 8. The faithful 8. I came, to advancement traditions about those who started the school. Now, broadcasting, as stated earlier, first began in 4 Ghanaian languages, and they were Fanti, Ga, and Chi. Later, Hausa was incorporated. Now, part-time staff were engaged to translate and to announce the news in these languages until a certain year when a full-time staff were appointed. When was this full-time staff appointed to work in the station?
1943.
It was in 1943. Then again, if you recollect, 1946 and 1953, between these periods, the organization, GBC, was administered by another state institution. Do you recollect this state institution? Between 1946, so the time frame work here is critical. 1946 and 1953, the GBC was administered by another state institution.
Public Relations Unit, now Information Service Department.
The Information Services Department. The Relation Department of now the Information Services Department, the ISD. You understand? So that's it. Now, on the recommendation of a commission which was set up in 1953, the Gold Coast Broadcasting Service (GCBS) was established. And from there it became a department of its own right. On the attainment of independence in 1957, the Gold Coast was renamed Ghana, as you are of course aware, cogently aware. And so the Gold Coast Broadcasting Service had to undergo some transformation. You understand? Now, GBC, how did the GCBS come to be known? You understand? When it was so transmogrified, how did it come to be known?
Ghana Broadcasting System.
The Ghana Broadcasting System. Yes. Now, for 3 points, George, in order for an organization to enable an organization to have a framework within which it operates, there needs to be established a certain, legal support framework. Name the legislative instruments that established the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. You understand?
LI 266.
What is that? Of which year?
1968. Or LI 234.
Legislative instruments. Yes, middle.
LI 89.
Legislative instrument 89. Established of which year? Anyway, yeah, John.
NLCD 266, 1968.
This is the answer for 1 point. So, an anomaly, what do you call it, the chaos, the confusion emanated from the LI which you introduced. It was not an LI, it was a National Liberation Council decree 266 of 1968. The National Liberation Council had come to power in 1966, and so in 1968 they proceeded, to formulate this particular law. There was a decree of 1968, 266. That is what set up the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. But July 31st seems to be very special to GBC. On July 31st, 1965, something again happened in the life of GBC. There was another epic achievement. What else happened in the life of GBC? What was this event?
GTV was established that year, 31st July 1965.
What was established?
Ghana Television.
The Ghana Television. GBC Television was inaugurated. But an FM station was also inaugurated in 1986. This station started with musical programs and was, in consequence of this scenario, nicknamed Radio Free Music. Radio Free Music. Radio Free, not Radio Free. Radio Free Music. It also broadcast news and advertisements, conspicuous advertisements. But what was the official name of the station?
Accra FM.
Accra FM. Sorry? Accra FM.
Yeah, Accra FM.
Put your hands together for it. The Accra FM subsequently became known as what? On a non-scoring basis.
Unique.
Sorry?
Unique or GAR.
That's it. Thank you very much. So after Yagbero, George, the signature tune for GBC Radio News was created by a veteran broadcaster. Now, this Ghana Muntie signature, you understand, has pride of place in the annals of broadcasting in Ghana. Ghana Muntie. Who composed or who created this tune?
Pass.
Who's passing? You passed. You passed to you,
no idea.
Yes, John.
Kwesi Donko.
Kwesi Donko. That was another prominent character, prominent figure, prominent instrument in broadcasting in this country. But he was not the one who created Ghana Muntie. Kofi
Antubam.
I think Kofi Antubam, has a connection somewhere. His, work is not there. Huh? The man was called Adu Dakom. Ghana Munti was created by Adu Dakom. Then Broadcasting Corporation started as radio stations. That's all why. Radio is currently one of the main divisions of the corporation with stations in all the 16 regions in Ghana. Now, who is the current director in charge of radio in Ghana?
Professor Amin Al-Hassan.
No. Listen very well before you answer the question. Who is in charge of radio? Director of radio. You have brought Professor Amin downwards radio. But I think he is above radio.
Yes.
He is the doyen of the total institution. Here. Yes, brother! Aminu!
Pass.
Aminu! John!
Is it Yahushua?
Yes, you don't know the man. Yabelo! I think that maybe these people need to present themselves in the studio, you understand? Because they need to be identified. They're not known, you understand? The director of radio is called Yao Opoku Japan. You need to present yourself here so they can see you. Huh? But again, where will you go? Benato, the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, in our case, the Director General is the highest ranking executive in a company whose primary responsibilities include making major corporate decisions, managing the overall operations and resources of the company, acting as the main point of communication between the board of directors and the corporate operations, and being, moreover, the public face of the company. Who is the Director General?
Professor Amin Al-Hassan.
Now your professor has arrived! Professor Amin Al-Hassan is the prolific Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Now, for 3 points, Amidu. Now, and this is the last question in the second round. Professor Amin Al-Hassan has been identified in magnificent terms. You understand? Magnificently. There was no mistake about his name. But when did this current Director General take office? Professor Amin Al-Hassan, we know. When did he assume office?
2018.
2019. Month and year. Otherwise, because we know that he was appointed somewhere. John?
November 2018.
No. Yabero.
October 2019.
October 2019. Yes, I mean, it was close. But it was exactly in October 2019 when the person at the helm of the affairs of the Ghana Broadcasting Operation took office. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are at the end of the second round of the competition and of round 2.
Hello and welcome to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. The Helping Hand is an initiative of the H4P organization where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. The greatest limitations we put on ourselves become the greatest limitations of our lives. If we don't limit ourselves, we can do anything, we can be anything.
I see that there are more abilities lying behind my disability.
And like I say, disability indeed is not inability.
The Helping Hand TV show with the Bishop, showing this and every Saturday at 6 p.m. on GTV, DSTV channel 278 and on our social media platforms.
The Glorious Church is a reflection of God's beauty, character and nature. The Glorious Church is God's workmanship, created for good works, light for a dark world and salt for the earth. The Glorious Church must be pure and impactful for it is the only institution mandated to bring life and hope to the nations. Plug in to the annual theme of the Church of Pentecost for 2020, a glorious church to possess the nations. Come, let us drink deep from the word through which we are being cleansed and washed to become a radiant church. Welcome to Pentecost Hour, God's timely word for our dying world.
Fusaini has 10 points. George Venator has 12 points. John Awuni has 13 points. And still in the lead is Anthony Oyagbero with 17 points.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are in this very special edition of the 86th anniversary of broadcasting GBC special edition. Ladies and gentlemen, we are into the very final stanza of the competition, the third round. So let's see whether Anthony Oyagbero will be unseated in this very final department of the exercise. Now, round 3, question 1. Now, in this area, I would ask you to identify one newscaster who performs, of course, the role of newscasting on radio, specifically on GBC 2 before the year 2000. Wherever you start this one. One newscaster, not on Accra FM or Radio GA.
Theophilus Tekiche.
Tekiche, he was not a newscaster. He was not a newscaster. I think that he was one of the people who supported the news system of things.
Napoleon Atukitu.
I knew you were going to mention that one too. Atukitu was one of the people who supported, but was not a newscaster. Yes! Yes!
Richard Cote.
Sorry?
Richard Cote.
Richard Cote presented you.
Esther Sino. Sino.
Sino is also a newscaster. Thank you. What about you, John?
Akwesi Donko.
Akwesi Donko did not.
Beatrice Edu.
No.
Beatrice Edu. I have to attempt.
No, wait. We are talking about radio.
Radio, yes. Beatrice Edu.
Beatrice Edu was. Now, Akwesi Donko, I think his had to do with GBC 1.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, this is GBC 2. Yeah. Now, let's now swerve to television. Television newscasting. Oyagbero, before 2000.
Mr. Ampabing.
Sorry?
Mr. Ampabing.
Ampabing, I think yes. Ampabing has been around. But I think it's still the system. Yes, Ebenezer. Your name has been mentioned here. Ebenezer Ampabing, yes, was available in the scheme of newscasting on television before 2000. And I think he even continued after 2000. Yeah, George.
Loretta Vanderpoel.
Loretta Vanderpoel! Yes,
Richard Cote.
No, Richard Cote, I think he went to news too. Yes, I think he was involved in that. Richard Cote, correct. Thank you. John.
Selma Varcourt.
Who?
Selma Varcourt.
Selma Varcourt. Good man. Yes, we're celebrating all these people who have served in various capacities in GBC. Now, again, morning show on radio, GBC 2, morning show before 2000. Oyagbero, morning show.
Getianti.
Getianti, morning show No, I don't. I disagree. Yes, Venator.
Pass.
Pass. Yes.
Ebenezer Mpabin.
No. Morning show on radio.
Mr. Pache.
Who is what? Oh. Pache Brother.
Okay, Dado.
Sorry.
Kidado.
No, but we have people like Jawa, Samoa, what do you call them? Sorry? Abenobo, Charlie Sam. We had, sorry? Tommy Anafose. Yosi J. Dakwa. This is where we are. But now let's swerve to this side. Listen, I am going to mention a period. Your duty will be to tell me who the Director General was at the time. 1982 to 84. Who started this one? Yabero, you identify the person who occupied this position of prominence.
Mr. Kwame Karikari.
Kwame Karikari. 92 to 95.
David Anaglate.
David Anaglate on 95 to 1999. Amiru. Oh, you were there yourself.
It's Dr. Pimpong, the former, what do you know?
No, wait.
He has been built up.
No, I said, what did I say? 1995 to 1999. You didn't wait for. Amiru, oh yes.
Yeah, this is Dr. Pimpong. Former, what do you know?
Dr. Kofi Pimpong, who occupied the chair as quizmaster for so many years. Of course, 1995 to 1999, I think that you were the longest reigning Director General in broadcasting. Dr. Kofi Pimpong. 2002 to 2005. Who is doing it?
John Ampim Dakon.
Oh, no.
It was a bonus from.
Oh, bonus, yes.
Ampim Dakon.
Ampim Dakon, 2002 2005. Jabero.
Madame Ivan Loko.
Ivan Loko! In the year 2000 to 2002. Jabero.
Set Ago again.
No.
The year again.
Yeah, the year is there. 2000 to 2002. Yes.
Setago Ajete.
Ajete, not Ajete. The answer here is, so there was this topsy-turvy arrangement in the name. It is not what Ajay, but Ajete. Set Ago Ajete. Now, 2007 to 2010. George.
2007 to 2010.
2010.
Miss Nto, something to.
No, Nto. There was no Nto.
William Ampem Dakon.
William Ampem Dakon. Now we're getting to latter days, 2013 to 2016.
Dr.